Warriors football. Beautiful day for football here. We're ready for
It is the 26th of August and the start of the MTAC season for the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors and the St. Andrews Sewanee Mountain Lions. And what better place to have it here, the Hattie Preston Intramural Sports Complex in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The Warriors won the coin toss and have elected to defer. So the Mountain Lions will get the ball first to start off their season. This Extreme Game of the Week Part 2. Good afternoon, everyone. Live from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Spencer Thompson with Trent Legate, giving you every bit of the action here from Bowling Green, Kentucky. As we are underway, the Warriors will kick it deep back in the end zone.
deep into the end zone.
Be first and 10 here on the 15-yard line, another 80-yard field, and we've got the starting lineups, of course, for both teams here for St. Andrews Sewanee and for Bowling Green Christian Academy.
It's all
At least looking here, being told here by my notes man that they actually did not fully know their starting lineups and such as he talked to the coaches pre-game. We got a little bit late here, a little bit later than we wanted to be, but it's perfectly fine. Again, Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate here from Bowling Green. So the Lions have the first play here as Emmanuel Thoms in the backfield. And here's Thoms, makes the handoff or gives it off to, that's 7. That's 7, Blaze Zettler, the Mountain Lions.
Tackled by 18. Riley with that tackle. And about 7.
Actually, the quarterback for the Lions is Dustin Stensby, the senior, as he takes the ball with the quarterback sneak up the middle, and he's brought down. Not as anticipated by the defensive line there. It was at least good for them to make the stop.
Yeah, you're going to really want to watch out for John Stock this game. He was at the All-Star game last year. He was a great linebacker for my team on the home team. He was a good linebacker, and he was able to get up in there and get that stop.
Still need to talk to James Shannon about naming the team something better than home and away. As Stensby hands it off and tripped up in the backfield is Blaze Zettler. That's another senior and their running back who's tripped up. Loss of a few yards on the play. Well, the rule is 4th down and 1. So the Lions going to try it. They could punt it away here, but it looks like they are going to try a 4th down conversion. And here's Stensby, fakes the handoff, quarterback sneak. He'll get the first down and more. Tries to get a stiff arm there. Dustin Stensby being stopped there, I believe, by 18 of the Warriors, Riley Davis. So first down here for the Mountain Lions. They're getting a good offensive drive so far.
Yeah, good. You know, they're pounding away. It doesn't matter if you get your 3 yards and you do that for 4 plays, you're going to get the first down every time.
Here's 1st and 10, ball on about the, looks like the 40-yard line, so just at midfield here for the Mountain Lions. So he hands it off. That's handed off to Blaze Zettler, trying to go past the line of scrimmage. It looks like he may have lost a yard on that play. 2nd down. Actually, he did gain a yard on that play. It looked a little bit short there. It's an interesting angle that we have here at the field. 2nd down and 9. Stensby, 2 men behind him. Here's Stensby, makes the handoff, taking the quarterback sneak on the left side. Here's Stensby, gained the first down and more. Dustin Stensby with a good fake handoff there going on the left side. Looked like he could have been off for a touchdown there.
Yeah, but it was a good job of defense to be able to pursue and get him down, so he didn't get that monster play right there.
It's a good move by Dustin Stensby, the senior from the Mountain Lions.
Ball's on the 28-yard line.
We haven't seen him air it out yet, so we might see it right here.
The 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. Here's Stensby, fakes the pass and is going on the right side, avoids a tackle there, wrapped up by Holman.
6 or 7.
By Holman and Bard.
And Spencer Brown looks like. Number 7.
2nd down and 3.
Second and 3. Andrews moving the ball down the field here.
Go.
2nd and 3. Stensby hands it off to Thoms. He gets about a 2-yard gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 2. It looks like the Lions only have a running game.
Yeah, right now they do, at least. But you might see them pass it here soon. But that's a good way to shed your block in number 20 and be able to track down your running back.
It's 3rd down and 2 here for Swanee. Ball snapped and a quarterback sneak by Stensby, and the ball is loose, picked up by Blaze Zettler. They get the 1st down. There's a lucky recovery there by Blaze Zettler.
A good job. Our defense punched that ball out, rolling, but they weren't able to pick it up right there.
Might have fumbled it forward for a 1st down.
It's now 1st and 10 here, ball on the 17-yard line. Swanee just marching down the field in the red zone now.
17-yard line. 1st and 10.
He's got the clock going. Let's go.
Ball snapped. Another quarterback sneak attempted by Stensby, just running it up the middle, avoiding a tackle. Finally brought down by several Warriors players. Brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal here for the Warriors. Excuse me, Mountain Lions. The Warriors letting that become a 1st and goal.
1st and goal. We're under 7 minutes in the 1st quarter left. Goal line stance here.
Here's 1st and goal. Ball snapped, handed off again to Zettler, and the defense just plows right through the offensive line, preventing another rush there. 2nd and goal.
Number 18 getting right in there, right past the center to stop him right at the line. That was a good play by, I believe that was middle linebacker Blitz. I'm not completely obvious because it looks like he's not on the line. He just moved up and they threw 5 at him right there.
And Bowling Green making some defensive plays when they're needed. Here's Stensby again, hands it off to Thoms, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The timeout called by Coach John Hargis. So with 5:54 left to go in the 1st quarter, it's tied at 0 here in the Bluegrass State.
3rd and goal.
Yeah, really what it looks like. It looks like a good offensive push right now, but defense is making a pretty good stand right now. By the defensive line and middle linebacker core standing strong right now on this run, stopping him quite shortly. It's just they're just kind of keep on running this short pound and ground game.
I'm out on the field here.
The Mountain Lions in scoring range on the 6-yard line on a 3rd and looking to be the ones to draw first blood here in Bowling Green.
Warriors continuing their goal line stance here. 6-yard line.
Stensby again with 2 men behind him. Ball snapped, fake handoff, and Stensby taking the quarterback sneak, and he's in for the touchdown.
All right, there, number 11, just doing what he's been doing pretty much his whole entire possession, just slipping up, getting them small yards, and enough small yards can make them to a touchdown. That's what they did right there.
And it looks like they're going to attempt an extra point here. One of the few teams that we see in MTAC actually kicking the point after try.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, you hear the coach call extra point, so John Harg is confident in his kicker. That's 21, Gabriel Stevens, a junior for the Mountain Lions, and he kicks it through the uprights. It is good. So 7-0 the score with 5:49 left to go in the first quarter. The Mountain Lions have drawn first blood.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, you know, when you see a field goal team come up, because if you're on defense, you just go up against that. Because everyone in 8-man, not a lot of people in 8-man extreme really kick the ball for the field goal. So
yeah, we did see some of it attempted last year by Franklin Christian Academy's Lucas Tomlin, who attempted some extra points in the early season, didn't quite get there, and then the coach laxed from that. And then there was also, I believe it was Antonio Zita from Riverside last year, who could kick field goals from 50, 60 yards, not in game action, of course, but he was known for kicking field goals and such. And he has since went on to public school to try and advance in his football career, go to Division I. But it's not a common thing that it's not a common thing for you to see in 8-man football. But it's good. It's a good advantage when your team has it to instead not risk a 2-point conversion failing.
Yeah.
So it's Gabriel Stevens kicking off. This will go deep back to the end zone. Picked up in the end zone, ruled a touchback. So good anticipation for the return there by DJ Presemeyer. Warriors will start out their first offensive drive on the 15.
Warriors first offensive possession here to 15-yard line to get started. Looks like they're actually on 20 here. First and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Bowling Green. We'll see what Tanner Brown can lead his team towards. So of course the quarterback Tanner Brown is a junior, quarterback and defensive ends for the Warriors.
Now, if I remember from last year, they really like to pass the ball because they had a great quarterback last year, but I have not seen Tanner yet play this year. So.
Here's Tanner passing it on the left side, and they do. That's a completion to Riley Davis going on the left sideline, just getting out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So good run by Tanner Davis with the reception.
Well, I wasn't able to make my prediction, but I was going to say, knowing how well they are passing last year, I was going to say that they're going to pass it this time. But.
Your prediction ended up right, even if you couldn't finish it on broadcast.
On the 30.
Here's 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line for the Warriors. Tanner Brown with the man to his left. Ball snapped. Hands it off to Riley Davis going on the left side, and he's tackled by several players at about the 33-yard line. Flags have been thrown.
Number 7.
It looks
I don't know what team that.
Like they are going to call this flag on Gage Holman, I believe. There's a holding call, I believe, on. They call it a holding on the Warriors.
I didn't get to be able to see what number or what happened, but.
No, it's still 2nd down. We didn't see the number. You guessed it may have been number 7, Gage Holman. That's number 7 on the Warriors there. So the sophomore may have just had a mistake there.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, but you just got to get back over it and keep on playing your game.
So here's Tanner Brown in the shotgun. Man to his right. The flag thrown. They'll call a false start on the offense. So it's actually 1st down. They changed the down on indicator. So it's back another 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and about 15, 20 yards it looks like.
If you're Bowling Green, though, right now, them 2 penalties did cost you. On your first offensive play, you gained probably about 9 or 8 yards on that. So don't get down on yourself, because offensively, when you get your plays out, they're doing good for you.
The ball snap pitch over Riley Davis was a forward pitch as Riley Davis staying on his feet going on the right sideline. He's stopped at about, it looks like the 34-yard line, 33. It's a good run by Riley Davis.
Second down. Bowling Green, Kentucky.
So 9 yards, like I just said, don't get down on yourself, even though you're way back in the trenches. Now it's just like a normal downs right now.
The ball's on the 31-yard line. It is 2nd and 9. It's a good game back by Riley Davis after all the penalties. Deep pass to the left side falls short. It's just underthrown, intended for Gage Holman. Looked like Tanner Brown just had a little bit of a slip up there. Some pressure on him as well.
Yeah. Oh.
An injury.
It looks like Tanner Brown is injured. Their starting quarterback is going down. This is not a good sign.
No, you don't want this. You don't like seeing injuries. We saw a couple last night. One real bad one on Andrew, and we don't want to see injuries this early. He looks like he's doing good.
And you never want to see injuries at any level, but they happen, of course.
The good thing is he isn't grabbing at anything. He's kind of just, it's a hot day out here. Might just not drink enough water. It might dehydrate a little bit right there. Might have, but who knows. Yeah, he's running off.
Tanner Brown going to be looked at on the sideline real quick, and it looks like their backup quarterback in is Duncan Woosley, the senior. Actually, no, Duncan Woosley going to the side there. Their backup, I believe, is 7, Gage Holman, the sophomore. Gage Holman will take the reins temporarily while they look at Tanner Brown on the sideline.
Going under center right here.
Here's ball snap pitch out to Riley. Excuse me, that was actually to John Stock, who had the run number 19. He got a few yards gained on the play, so that'll bring it to 4th down and looks like 8. So not much gain on the play.
Looks like Tanner's back in right now, so it wasn't nothing extreme. Just might just got a little dizzy with this heat, but just gotta stay watered and refreshing out there.
Tanner Brown in his quarterback. The Bowling Green Warriors.
So here's 4th down and 8. I believe they're going to have this punted away. I believe Riley Davis is the punter. It's a high snap and not able to secure it. There's Riley Davis going on the left side. He's pressured by several Mountain Lions, and he'll be brought down at the 24-yard line. That'll be good advantage for the Mountain Lions on the 1st down.
That ball was just snapped a little bit too high, so when he lofted it up there, he wasn't able to catch it and punt it off super fast. And when them things happen as a punter, you gotta make your instinct decision on whether I'm gonna still try to punt this away or if I'm gonna try to run it. So, because I was a punter for 2 years for Pleasant View, I had to make that decision plenty of times. And sometimes you just gotta fall on the ball. It's just what happens.
Here's 1st and 10 here for the Mountain Lions on the 24-yard line. See if they could try anything other than rushing it. It looks like they won't on this play as the quarterback again, Dustin Stensby, gets a few yards on the play to the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, John Stock being a linebacker right now, but he's really good at sniffing out the runs right there and getting in there and stopping them for not that much. But it still looks like they got about 3 yards on the play. But as defense, you want to stop them around the line, but it's a good job by John Stock and the defensive line.
Here's 2nd down and 6. Here's the handoff by Stensby. Looks like forward progress will be called. There was a rush attempted by Zettler.
That was John Stock again on that tackle. Being able to sniff out will help defensive lines making good pressure where they can't get out of there, get the running back out of there quick, and they're making a little bit of pressure right there where John Stock can have enough time to go out and there sniff it out.
Let's go, come on.
Bowling Green defense having some good plays here. It looks like the Mountain Lions may need to switch up their offense a little bit.
Still haven't seen them throwing the ball yet.
Yeah, no throws at all, but they have got a touchdown on the board, so something's working right. As here goes Stensby, gets down at about the 16-yard line, so it's 4th down and 3.
And we don't know how good their field goal kicker is, but we might see him come out here right now. It doesn't look like it right now, but it looks like they're going to go for it here. I mean, it's probably a smart choice by the coach to go for it on 4th because you're inside the 20, so if you punt it away, it ain't going to make much sense.
Fourth down and 2 or 3.
So here's 4th down and 3. Here's Stensby with the quarterback sneak and the ball loose, but the question is with forward progress, did he get past the 1st down marker?
Warriors from Bowling Green, Kentucky.
I think he
And
did.
they will rule it short.
Oh.
The Warriors get possession, 1st and 10.
That was a good stop because you know where they're going. They're going to go try right up the middle like they've been doing. And that was a good job by the coach's choice by pressuring that. Get some extra people on that defensive line to stop them right there if they did go up the middle.
Yeah, and the other thing with that is the fumble that occurred. So here the Warriors back on offense. 1st and 10. And here's back in the game is the Warriors' Tanner Brown with the pitch. The backside just did not result well intended for Daniel Stock. Got tripped up in the backfield, a huge loss. It's 2nd down and looks like 2nd down and about 10. It's just an interesting pitch. I'm not sure what happened there. They tried pitching it to Daniel Stock on the right side, and he just got tripped up in the backfield. So it was a good defensive stop, but Daniel Stock just having a little bit of struggle there to get past the line of scrimmage.
He's doing good with their offense. It's just they got to make them offensive plays to happen and not have these busted plays.
Motion on the play, handed off to Holman as he's going on the right side. Excuse me. There's Holman still going, and he's brought down at the 19-yard line. Gage Holman, the sophomore, making the big rush there, getting good gain back after unfortunate mistake by Daniel Stock. So it's now 3rd down and 5.
Like I'm saying, I'm on believe, and I'm still believing it.
6 to go, 5 or 6.
Bowling Green is doing amazing on their offensive plays when they run it successfully and how they want to run it. Whichever team will do that, but they just can't have them mess up plays where messed up snaps or over the punter's head a little bit and messed up pitches. Can't have that.
3rd and 5 for the Warriors. Here goes Tanner Brown with the pass on the right side, intended incomplete. It's too short for Riley Davis to catch. 4th and 5.
Yeah.
Now my prediction. I predicted Bowling Green to win this game, so hopefully to beat James this week on his predictions. But I'm here to watch some good football, so I'm not really that biased on either team.
Let's see. I think James had Christian Community winning that game last night, even though he said it was a toss-up. I think he had Riverside possibly winning against South Haven.
Yeah, he did. And he picked Sewanee to beat Bowling Green.
So we'll see how that prediction comes true as it's punted away by the Warriors, and that ball will go to about they'll let it bounce all the way to the 25-yard line.
That was a good job on making up on your mistake that you had that first time with the long snap and the punter. That was a good punt to get it all the way down on about, 20?
It's a 25-yard line, it looks like.
It's a good punt.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Still scoreless for the Warriors as the Lions lead them by 7.
from what I'm seeing right now, I'm watching Bowling Green a little bit closer, but then I'm gonna watch Sewanee a little bit closer. But right now, Bowling Green is they have a good defense and they have a good offense. They just need to stop with them kind of messed up plays on offense. The defense is playing pretty good right now.
And here's another quarterback sneak attempted by the Mountain Lions. Dustin Stensby gets a loss of about a yard on the play, 2nd down and 11. Why do you think the Mountain Lions aren't taking any passing plays here?
I don't know. It might be because the offensive line isn't going to give your quarterback enough time to let one fly, or they don't have the wide receivers that can catch the ball, or they're just really successful on the ground game.
It's really interesting to see no passing plays attempted so far in the first quarter as it winds down to a close, and that will be confirmed. A first quarter with no passing whatsoever at the end of the first. 7-0. The Mountain Lions are leading the Warriors.
No passing for
no passing for Sewanee. The Bowling Green gotten some passing in there, but they haven't scored yet. So the Lions are certainly doing something right. The Extreme Game of the Week, Part 2.
It's a good game right now. Good game.
Switching sides of the field now here at the Western Kentucky University Intramural Sports Complex of Haiti L. Preston. The Mountain Lions back on offense. A good game so far, just 7-0. And ball handed off to Thoms as he goes on the right side, avoiding several tackles and having to be brought down.
That'll be 4th down.
They'll bring this to 4th down and 2. Or actually, it looks like it's going to be 4th down and 1. The 4th down and 1 here for the Mountain Lions. Just a good good defensive stop to prevent the first down.
Yeah, well, like I said, they were sniffing out them tackles. They would have been nicer to have it brought back at the start of the line, but
and time called, I believe, another timeout called by Coach Hargis. So
it looks like they're not wanting to punt the ball away right here. They believe that they can punch it on in here and get that first down.
And we'll see what the coach says. See what the coach says here. With 11:26 left in the second period.
The Warriors with a big 4th down stand here again.
Back here in Bowling Green. 11:26 left to go in the second quarter. Just started and they called a timeout. So the Mountain Lions on 4th and 1, and they have the ball. They will punt it away. Gabriel Stevens getting the punt there. Back to receive is trying to see the rest here. Gage Holman, who tries to fall on the ball there.
Covered by Gage Holman, brought down deep in Bowling Green territory.
Let's see what Bowling Green did not have any mess ups on this drive right here. Because like I'm telling you, they're a good offensive driving team. It's just they have a few mess ups that'll bring them back, and penalties that'll bring them back to make it harder on them.
Of course, they have the advantage here that Bowling Green at least seen some passing plays in the beginning portion of this game.
Yeah, Bowling Green has a lot of options because they have a lot of good wide receivers out there.
We'll see what the Warriors do here on 1st and 10. Ball looks like it's on about the 20-yard line from here. Here's 1st and 10.
From the 20.
Tanner Brown in the shotgun with the man who is right. Motion on the play. Here's Brown, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, passes it to the left side. It is caught by Riley Davis, and he's pulled down by several Mountain Lions for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's like about 2nd and 6.
It's a good confusing play to mess around with the defensive mind. That's a good play call. You might want to start off with kind of a little screen, but not really. Yeah, no, that wasn't a screen at all. No one take that back.
You know, make sure you know your football terminology. You're trying. 2nd down and 4, or 2nd down and 6. It's Tanner Brown again in the shotgun, motion on the play. Here's Brown looking for the pass at the shotgun, scrambles around, tosses it on the left side. It is caught again by Riley Davis. He's going on the left side, avoids a tackle, avoids another one, tries staying in bounds, gets to about midfield, about the 39-yard line. Good game by Riley Davis to move the chains.
That was a good job by Tanner. What was his last name? Tanner Brown? Yeah, that was a good job of Tanner Brown surveying these options that he got. Saw him look at every single one, and then he saw, sorry, but I forgot his number. Right there, open right there, you can pick up that good yards. That's why Bowling Green is massive weapon is their throwing game.
Another man to the left of Brown, 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. As the ball low snapped, and a little bit of a mistake as Riley Davis manages to get it back to the line of scrimmage at least, so no gain on the, well, actually they lose about a yard there, so 2nd and 11. Center just had a little bit of a slip up there.
Yeah. Like I said, it's the mistakes that are going to really kill them, but if you take away their mistakes, they're a great football offensive team.
We, of course, saw some center mishaps that occurred the Madisonville game last week against Hendersonville. We saw those last Friday. It was unfortunate mistakes, but everybody has them.
Yep.
So here's Tanner Brown alone in the shotgun, looking for the pass deep on the left side. Intended, it is overthrown, intended for Spencer Bard. So it's now 4th down and 11.
3rd down.
Good pressure by number 7 back there again. Almost had the sack, but Tanner was just barely able to get that ball out of his hand before number 7 wrapped him down.
So now we'll see what the Warriors can do here on 3rd and 11. Still at midfield. Not at the 38-yard line. A timeout called by the Warriors. Just wanted to make sure they review their options here with 9:40 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Still a 7-0 lead for the Mountain Lions. Warriors and Mountain Lions back on the field. Or 3rd and 11 attempts to get a 1st down.
Have we seen them run the ball here? I'm saying 3rd and 11 looks like they probably won't run it, but they probably are going to pass it.
And here it's Timmy Stock in the shotgun, and a good catch by John Stock. Gets the 1st down and a little bit more to the 26-yard line. That was a good pass by Brown to Stock.
That's a great placement because Brown kind of just threw it in the area of where quarterback. That's usually how they are in college. Quarterbacks throw where their wide receiver is supposed to be, not at the wide receiver. So that was a good job by John Stock also being able to run under the ball, grab it, tuck it in, run, and get that first down.
Tanner Brown could be catching some of the college spirits that are here, since we are on WKU's Intramural Sports Complex. He could be picking up some of their methods here, not even realize it.
Yeah, but that was a good play by, I'm telling you, Bowling Green has a lot of offensive weapons. It's just the mistakes are just holding them back.
Here's motion on the play. Man to the left of Brown in the shotgun. Motion again. Here's Brown, fakes the handoffs, and he'll take the quarterback sneak up the middle. Not able to avoid tackles. Loses about 2 yards on the play, so 2nd and 12. So it looks like it's working out for the Mountain Lions. They have a good running game working out, but for the Warriors, they have a good passing game working out, so the offense is kind of balancing out there.
Yeah. You do what do what's working for you. So Swanee, their running game's working for them, and the passing game's working for Bowling Green. So keep on doing what's going for you.
So here's 2nd and 12. There's Brown alone in the shotgun. Brown looking for someone to pass to. Quick pitch backwards. It's a flea flicker. Deep toss by 18 to 20. It is caught. That was Davis to Bard, and a good gain on the play to make it about 3rd down and 1. Maybe 3rd down and... They rule a 3rd down and inches. That's a close play there, so the referee ruling it just short of the 1st down marker. But that was a great flea flicker by Davis to Bard.
Yeah, that's a good trick play right there. I didn't know what was going on for the first part, but then I figured, I know what's about to happen.
We'll see if they can get the 1st down conversion here as it's handed off. There goes Riley Davis, and he's tripped up in the backfield, so they stop the 3rd down conversion from occurring. Several yards lost in the play, so it's 4th down and 4.
Doesn't look like Bowling Green's run game is really working out for them right now, but their throwing game surely is. So they need to get some points on the board, get this back to, well, they could take the lead if they score.
We'll see what they can do on the 4th down conversion here. The Warriors have not scored yet. Mountain Lions did get 7 points on the board, so we'll see what they can do here.
Quite well. Number 20 was able to get back there to get on number 1, I believe, to make it where they couldn't. The quarterback couldn't make that pitch back to him, so that was a good job by him. So
with just over 6 minutes left before halftime, 7-0 the Lions, the Mountain Lions of Suwannee leading over the Warriors of Bowling Green. Here's finally a pass from the Mountain Lions, incomplete, intended for McLean. Would have been an interesting catch for him to make, especially with 2 Warrior defenders around him, but it's good to see that we at least have 1 pass from the Mountain Lions by Justin Stensby.
Yeah, it was a good kind of trick play because, they've been running it the whole game so far, so, making a quick, little pitch out there over the center field might have fooled them, but good job of the defensive backs on Bowling Green to see that.
Here's 3rd down and 10, maybe 3rd down and 9. Here's Stensby, the shotgun. He will pass it this time, looking for someone in the middle, and he is brought down for a loss. So they're going to punt this away. 4th down and 15. And it looks like it was Spencer Bard who brought him down there. Just some good defensive work by the Warriors. Like we mentioned before, the Warriors are good at making defensive plays when necessary. So it'll be punted away here by the Lions. Gabriel Stevens kicking it away. There's Stevens with the punt, just low and high as it goes over here, and the Mountain Lions will touch it down at the 38-yard line in their own territory.
Look like a little sort of midfield there. Bowling Green to take possession of the ball.
So it's 1st and 10 here for the Warriors in Mountain Lions territory.
Bowling Green with great field position. Looking to get back their 7 points.
The First and 10 here for the Warriors as it's a timeout called by the Mountain Lions. 5:14 left to go in the second quarter. It's only a 7-0 lead for Suwannee over Bowling Green. I want to thank those 12 of you and those coming in for watching this broadcast here on the 8-Man Extreme YouTube channel, part of the Extreme Sports Network, live from Bowling Green, Kentucky at Haiti L. Preston's intramural sports complex of Western Kentucky University. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on the call here from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Got a good game going for you between the Mountain Lions and the Warriors. Here's first and 10 here for the Warriors, trying to get a score before the end of the first half. They've got 5 minutes to do so with how the clock has been running down throughout this entire game and may very well end up a 7-0 lead at the half. We'll see what the Warriors can do here. Here's Tanner Brown in the shotgun, looking for the pass on the left side. Deep pass intended. Edie's caught! Almost caught there by Gage Holman. He had it in his hands, just didn't secure the ball. No coverage on him. It was Gage Holman trying to keep possession there. So it's second down and 10. Just an unfortunate mistake there by by Gage Holman. Great pass by Tanner Brown, though.
Yeah, that was a good pass. And being a junior, being able to pass it like that and that accurate, he's going to be a great senior when it comes to his time. But yeah, that was a good pass right there because you had to throw him on the run. He got it where it needed to be. It's just number 7 got to bring that ball with him.
So we'll see what Tanner Brown can do here. He's got a man to his right, and ball snapped. A quick toss on the left side intended. It is caught this time by Riley Davis, managing to avoid a few tackles there, up to be spotted at the 24-yard lines where they're going to spot it at. First and 10 here for Bowling Green. Just a good gain by Riley Davis.
A good game, and that was a good. Got a dip along your shoulder right there and running over some Suwannee players, but. You know that Bowling Green is going to be a pass threat, so in the second half you got to really talk to your backs right now and your linebackers to key out your backs and receivers to get a body on them for this passing.
It's handed off to Gage Holman, who's trying to push through the defense, and he'll be stopped for forward progress. He'll get a gain of, it looks like maybe half a yard or a yard on that play, so it'll be second down, and let's see how much where they spot this here. Looks like a gain of 1 yard in the play, second down and 9. So what's interesting to see is that all the Warriors here have their own quarterback wristbands to see what the play is and everything. So all the players not needing to memorize the plays necessarily, but they know on the wrist.
That's what we had at the All-Star game whenever my coach was Bowling Green's head coach. We all had our own little wristbands.
Here's Tanner Brown again. Toss on the left side. It is caught by Riley Davis going to the left side, and he's in for the touchdown.
It is amazing to me how well a junior is able to throw the ball. He also got on the ground now.
And there is a flag likely that'll be roughing the passer. So Tanner Brown down the field, and the referee talking to the Mountain Lions, Justin Illigary, the senior. He's talking with him about it.
Probably a late hit. You don't want to see that, but that was
yeah, roughing the passer. Tanner Brown is slow to get up, but I believe as it stands, it's a touchdown.
That was a good.
So Tanner Brown down on the field right now. The touchdown's still valid, but likely the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff, depending on what the officials decide here.
Man, you don't want to see an injury, especially your starting quarterback. He's probably been one of the better passers I've seen. One of the better throwing quarterbacks I've seen so far in all the games we've commentated.
Yeah, and of course Tanner Brown, he did go out earlier in the game for what looked like a slight injury, but he came back into the game, so he could just be shooken up a little bit from that hit. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Bowling Green with the extra point conversion here.
So it's a 2-point conversion attempted by Bowling Green. You know, an extra point was kicked by Swanee, so they may be able to take the lead. Yes.
6-7 right now. Just under 4 minutes to play until the half.
So Tanner Brown is going to be looked at on the sideline again. Gage Holman, the sophomore, and they will try to kick the extra point here. So the Warriors as well able to kick extra points, and it's going to be kicked by Riley Davis, number 18, and it is blocked and picked up. So the extra point attempt is no good. 7-6 with 3:52 left to go in the first half. The Mountain Lions lead by 1. Back live in Bowling Green, Kentucky, as it's an onside kick, rumbled by Swanee, and the ball loose. The Warriors recover it.
The Warriors, they have the ball. Onside kick by the big up.
Mountain Lions unable to keep it in possession. I believe that was Justin Elugary who failed to keep the possession there, and Elugary was the one who had that late hit on the quarterback. I'm not sure if they enforced the penalty on the kickoff there or if it's after the kickoff. We'll, of course, see how that happens. But just a great play for the Warriors to get the ball at the 18-yard line.
This is if you're Bowling Green right now, you are ecstatic. You are off getting a touchdown, so you're already pumped off of that. Now you got onside. That just gets you extra fired up. You really want this touchdown right now.
So now 1st and 10 here. There's Brown is back in the game. Pass across the middle. Riley Davis with the reception, and Elugary pulling him down at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first down there. 2nd and 2. Riley Davis good with his hands to pull the ball in.
Yeah, and Tanner Brown being able to get up pretty much 2 plays after the late hit. Tanner Brown's being real strong right now.
Hopefully he's not, it doesn't look like he's nursing any injuries. Pass forward to John Stock, who's trying to push through, and he's brought down by Elugary for a few yards. That'll be 1st and goal for the Warriors. And they're asking the clock to be stopped. Actually, they have not. But as I was saying, the Warriors managed to get a first down here.
And Bowling Green can take the lead right here.
Yeah, the Mountain Lions are leading 7-6, and the Warriors hand it off to Riley Davis going across the middle, and he plows through for the touchdown. Riley Davis rushing through. Wait a minute. It's a fumble recovered by the Mountain Lions.
And that is not good if you're Bowling Green and you're ahead.
I guess it was at the. It's kind of hard to see there, but it looked like the Warriors must have lost it right before the ball broke the goal line, or if he had possession, and the Mountain Lions recovered it. So it looks like it was a good play there by St. Andrews Swanee. But now you can't risk a safety here, though.
If you're Bowling Green right now, you are wanting to stop them at the line. They're probably going to try to get a pitch to get it fast out of there or up the middle. I don't see them passing it right here.
We'll see what they can do here, as it looks like they may be running it. They may be running it here, and they will. So run for about a few yards. So they're back to the 5-yard line. It's a good run by the Mountain Lions. So now they don't have to worry as much about a safety here unless they pass it.
Second down on the 4-yard line. Maybe 5. 8:30 left in the half.
Yeah, that was a good play call by Sawani's head coach, or their offensive coordinator, I should say.
And of course, John Hargis and Sam Montgomery coaching the Lions today, as well as through the rest of the season. This is their first game of their season in a road opener all the way up in Bowling Green. It's a long travel for them, but so far it hasn't affected them as they have the lead 7-6. The flags, it'll be a false start on the offense. They'll move it half a distance to the goal. And that'll repeat second down.
Hey! 2 yards, closer to the goal, on the 2-yard line or so.
So the ball is placed at about the 2.5-yard line.
Second down.
So another attempted rush, ball handed off to number 1, that's Toms. Gets to about the 6-yard line, so it's now third down. The clock winding down with under 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Bowling Green's really going after the strips right now. They're trying to yank this ball out so they can get this ball back and get a touchdown. Almost had it right there, but he ripped it out just as soon as he got brought down.
It's now third down and 2, or looks like about third down and 3. The Mountain Lions, I believe they're just trying to run down the clock here, and there's Toms again trying to go through, and he will be caught for forward progress, short of the first down marker, and they're asking to stop the clock. And they say timeout called by the Warriors. 1:18 left to go before the end of the first half. 7-6. Mountain Lions leading by an extra point. Fourth and 1 here for the Mountain Lions. Another quarterback sneak attempted by the Mountain Lions. Dustin Stensby, and play stop, and the official will rule it first down. So the chains will move. That was a good choice by Coach Hargis and Dustin Stensby to do the quarterback sneak there. So 1st and 10. They keep their drive alive with just over a minute left and winding down left in the first half.
And seeing how their tempo of running the ball, smash mouth kind of football they're playing right now, I don't think they have enough time to get a touchdown right here.
They may not unless they try to do a pass here, which we haven't seen that much during the game.
Twice only.
And flags thrown, I believe they will call it on the offense. So false start called on the offense.
On the defense.
That'll move it back to 1st and 15. They're back on the 6-yard line.
They're just having a little trouble getting out of this 10-yard line. Or the red zone, as some people
They're in their own red zone right now.
Yeah.
Or more of their more of they're in the Warriors red zone as a rush here by Zettler, and he's pushed back for the safety. Or do they call this they call it forward progress. They call it forward progress there as he's hit out of bounds, and the clock still winding down with 30 seconds left, and they ask the clock to stop, and with 31 seconds left they will stop it. Another timeout called by the Warriors, 31 seconds left, and it's a lucky break for the Warriors to call, for the officials to call forward progress there. Excuse me, lucky break for the Mountain Lions for forward progress.
It wasn't really much of a lucky break.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate break for the Warriors there. Would have been a good 2 points for them to take the lead going into the second half.
It's kind of weird how they did call forward progress. I guess it was because he wasn't going down bounds.
He was going backwards at a sideways angle, so it looked.
Yeah.
It's obviously up in the discretion of the officials.
That would have been big if they can get a safety right here. This would be big for Bowling Green. They'll head into the half up by 1 point.
Six to 7 here, the score.
So 31 seconds left until the halftime break. We'll give you a little bit of analysis of what we've seen. See what we think the Mountain Lions and Warriors need to do well in this half. And it looks like the Mountain Lions will just knee it, and they'll just head into the locker room. All right, so the halftime analysis going to happen now. So the end of the first half, 7 to 6. A 1 point lead for the Mountain Lions over the Warriors going into halftime. So we'll do a quick analysis here. Let's flip around this camera for you guys. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate here in the back of Coach Don Brown's pickup truck. Take my glass off so you can see my eyes. So we look at how the score is here, 7 to 6. We haven't seen much from either team here, but especially the issue that the Mountain Lions had in the first half is they didn't pass. Why do you think they didn't take any passes?
Well, from what it looks like, he's not getting enough time in the backfield right now.
Yeah, their offensive line just having a little bit of failures on them. But the Warriors, they're having good defensive plays when necessary, but they're not consistent with their defense. That's going to be a message that Coach Don Brown is going to be talking to them about in the locker room, certainly. But what else other than consistent defense do they need to focus on?
Well, I mean, I don't think they need to change anything really on the offensive side. Maybe a little bit on the running, but they've had about 4 running plays and they have 1 good one. That was a touchdown. And no, it was not a touchdown, my bad. It was brought back. But their throwing game is probably one of the best ones I've seen so far this year.
Yeah, and their passing especially led by Tanner Brown, who's gone to the sideline twice in this game already, and he's come back on. So might be seeing another Andrew Schindel leadership mentality, except he isn't looking like he's clenching any injury, or certainly he doesn't have anything busted or fractured or bruised. But as of now, it's looking like a little bit like Andrew Schindel was last night from what we saw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be live again in about 15 minutes, a longer halftime than usual. We will be back live here from Bowling Green, 7 to 6. The Mountain Lions leading over the Warriors. You're watching the second Extreme game of the week on the 8-Man Extreme YouTube channel, part of the Extreme Sports Network.
That's probably why.
Just under a minute till kickoff here to start the second half.
Hey guys, come here, right here. Hey, let's go, everyone in our coach.
Yeah, we.
You just need 2017, the first half.
Welcome back to Bowling Green, Kentucky, the Haiti L. Preston Intramural Sports Complex at Western Kentucky University. 7 to 6, the St. Andrews Swanee Mountain Lions leading over the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on the call here for 8-Man Extreme, part of the Extreme Sports Network.
St. Andrews. Low scoring.
Bringing you every bit of the action here, live on YouTube and in color. So we already gave a little bit of our halftime analysis and such, and now both teams need to improve in different areas, and just a lot of mistakes on both sides. But just the one last thing, Trent, that we'd have to, of course, ask.
With a fire under their toe, because they had a great defensive stand right here holding them play after play. Not let them improve their ground that much. But I believe it's going to be pretty good second half for Bowling Green.
It's more comfortable there anyway.
Yeah, you say that now.
Next time I'm going to bring a second vehicle.
Yeah.
Make it easier.
If we had known, we would have brought his truck, because we parked it back at Christian Community.
Well, we're glad you're here, so.
Thanks, man.
It's great to have you.
So we're just anticipating, got about 2 minutes left until the game resumes.
Yeah, and it's talk a bit about the weather out here. It's it's an early morning game, so it's gonna be hotter than what you're used to.
It's an afternoon game, actually. We woke up early morning to get here, but the game started at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. Great weather out here, actually. The sun is right directly on us, but it's not too bad. It's not horrible. Got a nice breeze going. It's just good conditions here in Bowling Green.
Yeah. And the field that they're playing on is a pretty good field for
Of course, back in my broadcasting days at FCA 2015, when we came up and played the Warriors, it was a game that was a nighttime game. It was very rainy and very stormy. So we tried broadcasting that game. It worked out a little bit, but it's just a matter of, the rain conditions were a little bit worse. So I like the weather here a lot better than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, every single time people, and I know it's Bowling Green Warriors, but every single time someone says Warriors, I'm thinking about Pleasant View. So.
Yeah, the former football program team, but sadly, yeah. It's kind of sad how we had 3 teams pull out of 8-man football players. First, it was Pleasant View announcing they were pulling out. Then it was Central Baptist School, and then it was the Tennessee School for the Deaf. The 3 teams dropped out of 8-man football play, unfortunately.
That's sad to see. This football does so much more than just a sport. You really want to keep it for the players and the kids, because it helps a lot for them down the road. It shows a lot of life lessons. It's sad to see when a program has to cancel it because of issues of players or maybe money-wise. It's sad to see that.
Yeah, you see the campaign that the National Football League releases of football is family. That doesn't just apply at the professional level; it does apply at all levels. The Extreme All-Star Game being an example of that, of course, because I'm sure you got it, because I know the players were a lot more bonded together after that game.
Oh yeah, you don't want to know the story.
I didn't beat on that low. I just meant you guys had more respect for each other after that game.
Oh yeah, but there's.
Well, we'll just leave those. What happens in Dayton stays in Dayton, except on the live stream. All right, so the Mountain Lions have kicked it off, and receiving it is number 7 of the Warriors. A big hit by the Mountain Lions. That was number 1. We'll get the rosters over here. We put those down temporarily. That was a big hit by Emmanuel Thoms on number 7 of the Warriors, Gage Holman. And of course, the Warriors deferred the first half and chose to kick it off. So that's why they got the kickoff received on the second half.
Would not be surprised if I see them air it out in this first play. But I wonder if they're going to add in a little bit more of the run style right here, just to confuse Sewanee's defense up a little bit.
Yep, so here's Tanner Brown with a man on his left and right. Tanner looking for the pass on the left side. Deep toss, you're right of the air out, but it's just a short pass intended for Gage Holman. Holman slipped trying to go back towards it, but it was just may have been a miscommunication on the route there with Tanner Brown.
Yeah. Tanner had a great block coming off that left side, completely got that in. Much out of the play. The offensive line for Bowling Green is holding up pretty well right now.
So now it is 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors. It's motion on the play. Ball snapped, handed off, and there goes number 18, Riley Davis, who's going on the left side. Ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Warriors.
By Riley, picked up by Bowling Green.
Looks like they maybe got a few yards gain on the play. We'll see what the officials spot it there.
Picked up a couple here.
Keeping the clock continually running, of course. It's now about, looks like maybe a yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 9 for Bowling Green Christian Academy.
I'm sure the Sewanee coach talked to his defensive backs that, it'd be like butter on toast pretty much on the wide receivers on Bowling Green.
Or like white on rice. Here's the ball snapped, tossed over. There's Riley Davis, the other flea flicker again, and it is through the hands of Spencer Bard. Tipped it up, couldn't pull it in that time. The flea flicker worked in the first half. Didn't work there, just good coverage by the Mountain Lions.
Flea flicker is really used for the surprise factors, so once you see it once, it's hard to pull off. The second time you try it. So that's
it's like 4th
so once
down
they
here.
saw it, once they saw the flea flicker, they knew what was coming and where it was going. So it was easy to stop. That's one.
Maybe if they had switched it, instead of Riley Davis going to the left side, if he'd gone on the right side, maybe it would have confused him there. But it could have been a catch made there by Spencer Bard, but just didn't clasp down right off the fingertips. Riley Davis going to punt it away.
That's high.
Just a high punt, not very distant, and it goes back. There's 19 there to touch it down at the 35-yard line.
Down to about the,
so the Mountain Lions back on offense.
so. St. Andrews with the ball. 1st and 10.
We'll see what the Mountain Lions do here. They'll have at least 1 or 2 passing plays up their sleeve, but they'll take a run here, and there goes Dustin Stensby for about a gain of 3 yards, 4 on the play. It's now 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, number 7 and
4 or so.
There's a lot of weapons on Bowling Green on defense, but number 11 on Sewanee has been a running threat this whole entire game. Just the quarterback sneaks right up the middle. He's finding out ways to get 3 to 4 yards every play.
He's now 2nd down and 5. Ball snapped, fake handoff, pitched over to Zettler. Zettler going on the left side, hits into the down marker, and that actually may have broken there. And it looks like Blaze Zettler is injured, clenching his wrist. He's going to be looked at on the sideline there. Unfortunate injury. The down marker is Blaze Zettler down on the field. Zettler, Jack Simmons replacing him, the other senior there.
Number 7 to back up.
It's 2nd down and 5. Looks like the down marker. It's just the actual switch pushed up, but of course we're hoping Zettler is fine. That's the more important case there.
There's a bit of a stinger right there on the arm. He'll probably be in, coming back in a little bit soon, hopefully.
And we haven't seen any major injuries in this game so far, which is a good thing compared to last night's game in White House. Here's Stensby again, hands it off, and there's loose. Emmanuel Thoms off to the races, and Thoms for the touchdown!
Touchdown for St. Andrews.
You do it enough times, it's going to work. You're going to get that breakout play if you do it enough times. That was a good job at number 1, finding the hole that the offensive line had made for him, and just taking it off to the races when he got that break. The Bowling Green is still in this game, even though with that touchdown. And even if they score this field goal, they can still tie it up.
Extra point here.
So extra point attempt here again. Gabriel Stevens is their kicker. And bad snap and falling on the extra point attempt is no good. No, just a bad snap there. The holder was Dustin Stensby, who could not get possession of it. 13-6 the score. 10-12 left to go in the third quarter. The Lions still leading over the Warriors, but the Warriors do have a chance to take the lead with a 2-point conversion after a touchdown.
Still a very close game.
Back live is the kickoff for the Mountain Lions, and that'll go in the back of the end zone. We'll see what the Warriors attempt here.
Pull it out to the 15.
Now it's also what we see for the first early weeks of a lot of high school teams in MTAC. That after the second half, they start getting a little bit tired because, especially for Swanee, this being their first game, they might get a little tired right here. And Bowling Green as well, it could have been. Could be.
So here are the Warriors with the toss on the right side to Davis from Brown. And Davis trying to do a reversal here is a little bit successful to get some more yards on the play, and he's staying up. It's not even brought down, almost brought down there by Blaze Zettler, but over there, Riley Davis said no and stayed up for a few more yards.
Ran a lot of yards just to get 5.
Yeah, a lot of yards just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. It looks like maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 9. That's another prime example there of how you need to wrap up and tackle to get down your defender, and Zettler unable to do that. Second and 9. Brown in the shotgun. Looks on the right side, tosses it to Davis. It is caught. Trying to juke out his man. Doesn't juke out the second one. And Riley Davis able to get there, and that was Blaze Zettler trying to tackle there, managed to get him pulled down.
That being a junior, that was a senior play, really, what he just did there, leaping to get them extra yards at the very end of that.
Riley Davis has been performing fairly well in this afternoon's game. Motion on the play, and here's Brown, hands it off. There's to number 19, John Stock, trying to push through, just plowing through the defense. But there is a flag down on the play, but Riley Davis, a good effort by him to push it through, and we'll see what this penalty call is.
John Stock running the ball right there. That was a good job. Bouncing off tackles, pretty much it looked like right there.
We'll see what the official calls here. I believe they called that.
It looks like a number 18 because we're giving them a little talk right now.
Illegal, I believe it was illegal contact on number 18 of Swanee. That was Jack Simmons. So they move the ball forward, I think 10 yards. So that's a 1st and 10 for the Warriors regardless. They have even better field advantage on the 33-yard line. The Warriors in Mountain Lions territory.
This is a good field position for this is a good drive, I should say, for Bowling Green right now.
Here's 1st and 10 for Bowling Green. Here's Brown in the shotgun, toss on the right side to Davis, and he's almost met there by Zettler. He's trying to push
Davis,
through.
Another broken tackle. Pick up of a couple.
It's about 3 or 4 yards of the play, second down.
Riley Davis is
2nd and 6 or so.
that was a great catch because he only probably, I think he only saw the ball for probably 2 seconds. As soon as he turned to look at the quarterback, the ball was right there. And he was a good wide receiver play to get them hands up, catch the ball, and be able to shed the tackle and get some more yards.
Here's 2nd down and 4, actually. A gain of 6 on the play there. Here's Riley Davis again, brought down by Justin Ilugari.
Off the line of scrimmage, maybe he lost him.
So it's just still 3rd down and 4, no gain on the play.
Third down. Big 3rd down conversion here for the Warriors.
Riley Davis, the junior, trying to get something for his team there and unable to do so.
This is an important play if you're Bowling Green because you want this 3rd down. It gives you 4 more plays to get that touchdown.
Here's the ball snapped, and there's Davis on the right side again. Ball tipped in, almost intercepted by Dustin Stensby. Could have had a pick 6 there, just didn't secure it. It was an unfortunate defensive mistake there by Dustin Stensby, but good anticipation.
I wouldn't really call that a mistake at all because since Jalen Tillman was able to tip it up, and if number 11 would have got down with that ball, that would have been a pick 6 for sure.
That would have been a pick 6 for the quarterback, Dustin Stensby, as well.
A good play on the left hand.
The Warriors are going for it.
Way to get his arms up. That's one thing for Child's defensive lineman. Always keeps your arms up when past the cornerback.
4th down and 2. Here's Brown. Hands it off to John Stock, and he's tripped up in the backfield. It's a turnover on downs. Mountain Lions take over.
Around the 28-29 yard line.
So 7:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter, 13-6. Mountain Lions leading. It's just an unfortunate break for the Warriors there.
Yeah, it looks like number 77 was tapping his helmet right there. A little bit like what I said, you're getting tired on your first couple weeks right there.
All snapped, and here's Stensby again going with the quarterback sneak, and he's brought down by Riley Davis. John Stock. John Stock bringing him down there. The gain of a few yards on the play. It's now 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, John Stock has been pretty dominant this game, being able to come up behind or meet him up front. He's just been everywhere in this game.
Here's 2nd down and 4. Stensby under center, false start on the offense. It looked like he didn't. It looks like or maybe a neutral zone infraction, I believe they call that, or snap infraction. I believe the term for that is a snap infraction on the offense. Quarterback did not say go on the play. He just said set.
I mean, you really don't have to say go or a hike or hut. You know, you just be a little motion tap or whatever. But
it has to be cleared, of course, of the referees because the entire line kind of jumped there. And there's Stensby, fakes the handoff, trying to go with the sneak, pitches it out to Gage Holman and trying to get some gain on the play there. Gets maybe a yard or 2, and it's 3rd down. Actually, looks like the down indicator didn't even move at all, so it's about 3rd down and the same, 3rd down and 9. Moved from where they moved back, of course, because of the 5-yard penalty, but only gain a yard from where they originally started the 1st down.
3rd down.
Yeah, they didn't adjust it yet on the down indicator. So here's 3rd and 9. Stensby in the shotgun with the pass over to 5. It is caught. Paul Moore will get the 1st down and more. It looks like a pass play, and ball just lost initially at the end there by Paul Moore. And that's a freshman making that big catch there too.
7's on the ground.
And it looks like another injury for the Warriors. Or excuse me, that wasn't Paul Moore. That was Bailey McLean, who's looking at the wrong roster there. It looks like 7 for the Warriors is injured. Gage Holman. Injury timeout.
Like number 7's
So
up.
Gage Holman was the injured player, and he's walking over to the sideline to be looked at. It's a little bit shooken up on that play. It's 1st and 10 here for the Mountain Lions. It was a good catch by Bailey McLean, the senior, with that pass. And the Mountain Lions, their first successful pass of the game.
Yeah, it was, and that was a bit of a shocker. I was thinking, okay, well, you're going back to pass. It might work, might not. It did work for him. That was a good job on number 7 on the defense, to one-on-one out in the open field, and he was able to bring him down where he couldn't advance anymore.
And Stensby trying the rush again, brought down by several defenders there. Maybe a loss of yard on the play, 2nd down. The offensive line for the Mountain Lions just hasn't really helped them this game, Trent.
Well, they're running a lot, and from what I'm seeing is they're kind of just, as soon as the ball snaps, they're going straight up. And if you're running the ball, you got to go out. So it's kind of interesting about this, but you know, that's just something they might watch in the game film and then pick up on that.
Here's a ball snap. Stensby taking the quarterback sneak again, getting through and managed to spin a little bit to get some more yards there. I believe they'll call this 3rd down and 2.
Like I've been saying, that was John Stock on the tackle again, all over this field during defense for Bowling Green.
So here's about 3rd down and 2. All snapped, and it's another sneak by Stensby attended, and he loses several yards on the play, but the ball is loose, and the Warriors recover it. Ball stripped from Dustin Stensby.
Bowling Green, Kentucky's football.
And this is great right now if you're Bowling Green, but Sewanee, you gotta hold on to the ball.
Bowling Green with a big chance here.
Bowling Green has been prying at the hands of the runner every play, so it was going to happen sooner or later. But if you're Bowling Green now, you're set up. You're still fired up because you know you still can get this game. You can go home with a W.
For the Warriors.
All they need is a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to take the lead, or they could attempt another extra point and tie it up. As here is Brown, and a big hit by the Mountain Lions.
Took a hard hit.
Tanner Brown getting the rush there. A gain of maybe a yard on the play. 2 yards, it looks like. 2nd down and 8.
That was a great hit by number 52. Bring the pain.
And of course, again, we've heard Justin Illigary, the senior, who's been making some big hits, who, you know, had that late hit earlier in the game that cost his team 15 yards. But he has been a power force on defense. As Brown looking for the pass on the left side, just almost to empty space. Just Riley Davis not fully paying attention there, but it looked like it couldn't have been caught, even if he had noticed it.
Third down.
Third down and 8.
Bowling Green needs to start making some momentum right here.
And a whole shift to the offensive line. They're trying what the New York Giants, or actually the Indianapolis Colts, did on Sunday Night Football with the guys rushing them. Deep pass on the left side intended. It is incomplete. Overthrown to Spencer Bard, who could have just rushed more there to get the ball. Spencer Bard unable to make the play. It was a good confusion of the defense for the Mountain Lions, but it's just an unfortunate missed opportunity for Bowling Green Christian.
If he would have caught that would have sure been a touchdown right there for him.
Especially because his cornerback fell down there and didn't fully focus. So we'll see what they do here on 4th down.
It's a good play call. Good play call. Seeing Bowling Green likes to be that kind of tricky with a flea flicker and then the wildcat formation.
Here's a deep toss on the left side, and it's intercepted by number 11, Dustin Stensby, and he's still going. He's on his feet. Dustin Stensby with a pick 6.
Interception. Take him back for a touchdown.
There's number 11 picking back up from that missed interception he had the last possession. But if you're Bowling Green, you do not want that because that's a punch to the jaw. It's a Bowling Green right there. But great play by number 11 to recognize and watch the ball go to the wide receiver and pick that ball off.
And Dustin Stensby, the senior quarterback, getting a pick 6 there.
Extra point. And
another extra point attempt here. We'll see if their snap is successful compared to the last one. And this will be no good. It's a 13-point lead for the Mountain Lions with 4:06 left to go in the third quarter. 19-6. The Mountain Lions taking control. So the Mountain Lions and the Warriors just taking a little bit there. I believe Swanee called a timeout, but kickoff underway here.
See if they try onside. You're just gonna
And they won't do an onside kick. Swanee won't do an onside kick here, and it just goes back into the end zone. They'll start at the 15-yard line.
Now, if you're bowling any night here and you just threw a pick six, Brown, you cannot think of what happened your last drive. You gotta shake it off, and you just gotta start making them throws. Keep on marching down the field like they have been, and just ended it with a touchdown.
We'll see if the Warriors can do that as we head into this game. .406 left to go in the third quarter as the Warriors trying to get some more points on the board, and it's a catch by Riley Davis. He weaves through the defense. Riley Davis is gone. Touchdown.
Big time players make big time plays.
The Warriors, after throwing a pick six, have got another score on, and this game is not over.
And that is a great pick-me-up for Brown and the offense. That was a great pick-me-up after throwing that pick six.
First play of the drive, 15-yard line. That was a catch. That's about, looks like almost full field's length touchdown worth of reception yards.
Yeah, it was a good job on the coaches on Bowling Green. Not after your quarterback throwing the interception, going straight back straight back to him.
And it looks like it's going to be an attempted extra point here for Bowling Green. We'll see if this is successful. Riley Davis giving it a kick. The extra point attempt kicked up. It is.
Almost no good.
It's good. Just barely over it there.
Excuse me, I was wrong.
Just barely made it through. It was a very close kick there. So it's now 19-13. Only a touchdown separates the Warriors and the Lions.
13-19. Down by 6. St. Andrews to receive the kickoff.
There's the kickoff here for the Warriors. We'll see. They won't try an onside kick. They'll just kick it deep. It's received by Toms and bobbles it a little bit. Toms stopped at the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
I believe they'll call forward progress here on the 20-yard line.
Nah, I'm going to say 19. Sue's right.
Players.
Or is it going to be in between?
Yeah, it looks like it'll be in between. So neither of us are right on this play. It's a 19.5.
We'll go halfway. Oh, no. Oh,
I think that's what they call a compromise in today's day and age.
Oh, those are big words.
So now first and 10 on the 19-yard line, just essentially the 20.
Yeah, and only a
close
6-point game right now. It's been a pretty solid game.
See how the Lions respond to that touchdown as Toms gains about 3 yards on the play, second down and 7.
Yeah, but a little bit of like a bouncy. It was bouncing around in his arms right there. He almost fumbled it, but he was able to bring it back down before the ball went down to the ground.
2nd and 8.
Actually, a gain of 2 on the play, so second down and 8. Stensby hands it off, or fakes the handoff, going for the quarterback seek. Stensby will get the first down.
Right down by number 7.
And that number 11 is scary.
Dustin
If you
Stensby.
see him make that cut, he just needs to make a couple of them, and he's off to the races.
First down.
Stensby going on the right side. Gets a gain of about 6.
Picked up about 10.
Now number 11 is really making the moves, and the offensive line's making a good push right now on this drive.
Well, actually, it's a first down for Dustin Stensby. A good gain. So
First down for
the Mountain Lions now marching down the field. Stensby makes the handoff. Another quarterback sneak. Immediately met by Riley Davis. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The clock still running. 2nd and 10.
Might have picked up 1 or 2 there.
Yeah, that was a good job on Riley Davis right there to be able to wrap up, and even though he's powering through, he was able to stay on and wait for his fellow teammates to help bring him down.
And there's Stensby with an immediate quarterback sneak again, getting a few yards on the play.
Down by Riley and John Stock. Pick up another 1 or 2.
They'll stop the clock to spot the ball. And another first down for the Mountain Lions. It looks like the ball is on about the 30-yard line.
First down for St. Andrews there.
The Swanee marching down and trying to get a score from here in response. And here goes on the left side, Blaze Zettler. He's forced out of bounds by Spencer Bard.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Left side there.
Could be a
Picked up 9 or 10.
The flag called on the offense. They called that holding.
Yes, they did.
Flag.
So it's holding on the offense. Emmanuel Toms. They'll move this back 10 yards.
It'll be a 1st and 20.
The 1st and 20 for the Mountain Lions.
As you hear the coach say, just like you practice all week, practice makes perfect, but it's really perfect practice. Perfect.
Here's 1st and 20 for the Mountain Lions after the holding penalty. Stensby fakes the handoff and gives it over to Zettler. Stops at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 20.
Number 25 getting right into the offensive line, getting right behind him, right at the snap of that ball, and be able to get him for no gain. Pretty sure that's the nose guard. Bowling green. Good job. Get past the center like that.
2nd and 20.
Reminds me of myself a little bit.
The glory days at this point, right? Or no, the continued glory days, because you'll be playing in college.
Yeah, next year.
Next year you'll be playing in college. A little bit of movement on the defensive line, but that doesn't matter as it's Tom's going through the middle, and he's brought down. John Stock.
Yep,
so it looks like the clock will run down. I believe the players may try to get one more play in here, but could be that the clock just runs down to the end of the 3rd quarter.
3rd and 10.
They've got 15 seconds and counting, and they will just let it run down. So the end of the 3rd quarter, 19-13, the Mountain Lions and the Warriors keeping it close, but the Lions have control here. You're watching the Extreme Game of the Week Part 2, part of the Extreme Sports Network. 12 more minutes of regulation time for the Warriors and the Mountain Lions. Field sides have been switched. Here's 1st and 10. Stensby will take the quarterback sneak on the right side. Try to stiff arm there, but brought down by Gage Holman.
Oh, number 7, I guess, is back in the game. I forgot.
Yeah, Gage Holman is
now
back.
Seeing that, he must have been in for this whole job. But just now reminding that he was taken out of the game for an injury.
So it's now 4th down and 10 here for the Mountain Lions, trying to increase their lead over the Warriors to try and put this game away.
4th and 10.
Yep, this is 4th and 10, so they got to make a big play or just put it away, give it to them at the 20.
It'd actually be at the 15 because it's an 80-yard field.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they do here. You adjust for 80-yard fields.
I mean, I only played 8-man for 15 years. You thought I'd pick up on something like that?
The ball snapped, and they will just punt it away, but oh, that punt is not good, and that'll go out of bounds at the about the 30-yard line.
Well, the 15-yard act is not going to come into play right now. But as a punter, that happens sometimes. You just got to shake it off. It sometimes just hits off the side of your foot because it's kind of pressure, a little bit of pressure being the punter, because all eyes are looking at you. You might not be used to that. So.
1st and 10.
So the Warriors back on offense. Here's Tanner Brown with the man to his right. Ball snap, Tanner Brown pitches it out to Riley Davis. Had a little bit of a bobble there as he goes on the right side. Gets back to maybe the line of scrimmage or maybe a 1-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 7. Or actually, yeah, 3-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 7. So Riley Davis just had a little bit of a scramble with the ball there, but managed to get some gain.
Kind of scared me a little bit for Bowling Green right there. If they would have fumbled it right there, that would not have been good at all for them. Still a 6-point game. Bowling Green can still come back, possibly take the lead.
Now timeout called by Bowling Green with 10 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the game. 6-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Back live after the timeout, 2nd and 6 here for the Warriors. Motion on the play. Ball snapped, and here's Brown looking for someone to pass it to. He's being rushed, and it's not a sack yet. Now it's a sack. Brown staying up for a little bit there, rushed. The offensive line just now protecting him there. It's now 3rd down and 12.
That was a good pressure by your defensive line for Sewanee.
Lost a 7 or 8
Way to get back there, make the quarterback scramble, and finally being able to bring him down. But Brown was able to stay up. He had one more tackle to shed, but he just couldn't do it.
It's on 3rd down and 12. We'll see what Brown can do here. We've seen some deep passes from him before for a touchdown. Well, as we've seen some deep passes to regain their hold. As it's 3rd and 12. Brown looking to the left side, tosses it on the left to Riley Davis, incomplete. 3rd and 12. Even if he had caught that, there was good coverage there by Blaze Zettler, though he would not have had much of a gain on the play. So 4th down and 12 for Bowling Green Christian.
Number 7 on Sewanee was able to stick right with him on that play, because I'm pretty sure that they've run that play a lot of times already this game. So once you see that shuffle, the defense is now being able to pick up what's about to happen.
Blaze Zettler, of course, the senior for the Mountain Lions, one of the several seniors from St. Andrews Swanee. Also the running back on offense. So they'll just punt it away to be fully safe. Good punt there, and not received, not picked up by Emmanuel Toms. He does pick it up back at the close to the goal line, and he's brought down.
That was a great punt by Bowling Green's punter right there.
And Emmanuel Toms just did not go to pick up the punt there. It looked like he should have gone out to grab it, or at least better to catch it and go forward. Just had a little bit of struggle there.
The punts are kind of iffy because, you know, we're not all used to the punt, so not kind of used to the rules of what you're supposed to do and all that. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, it does.
The more
get
you
iffy.
do it, the better you get at
exactly.
it. Once you don't, if you don't do it that much, you're not going to be that great at it.
So it looks like the ball is at about the 2 or 3 yard line.
You get a safety right here.
It's possible for a safety, and that would be good for the Warriors to get a touchdown and take the lead. Here it's not handed off. Stensby going forward, getting a few more yards gain on the play.
Second. I thought they were about to get it because I was just
and
expecting
Stensby is down.
Oh, looks like just cramped, and he's going to try to power through it and just get right back out there.
Down on the field.
And Justin Stensby looks like he's trying to get his legs stretched out. Maybe a unfortunate cramp there.
Like could be a cramp.
So injury timeout.
I thought it was about to be a
Here's, leave second down, and looks like about 6 as a rush attempted by interim quarterback Blaze Zettler.
By John Stock and the right of the Brown.
Goes for about a few yards. So Stensby is being looked at on the sideline, looked at by the medical staff. So they'll check to make sure he is okay.
Looks like it's really close to being a first down. It's hard to see where we are right now, but
looking, it's about 3rd down and 1. It's 3rd down and 1 for the Mountain.
Be big plays. I mean, it needs to be a big defensive play right here for Bowling Green to get the ball back.
And a huge shove, a huge block there by 52 Justin Ilugary. Just a big block on one of the
Run up the middle by number 2,
Warriors. So St. Andrews gets it up the middle, and they are asking the clock to stop to spot it here. And the official rules, first down.
Looks like it.
That will move the chains for a first down. So the clock will continue to run. 10 here for the Mountain Lions.
I thought that was starting for a loss, but you know, we're sitting, it's kind of can't really see the angles very well.
The ball handed off up the middle, and still on his feet. He's 18 of the Mountain Lions. Jack Simmons, the senior, getting a big rush there. That was a good rush.
Yeah, way to shed the tackles. And yeah, pick up a few extra yards. I don't know what happened. I thought for sure because Bowling Green looks like they're really good on bringing the once they make initial contact, staying on. It's just
Bowling Green down 13-19.
That was a great play by the running back to shed them tackles and pick up the extra yards to get that first for this team.
That's a timeout called, I believe, by the Mountain Lions. 7:26 left to go in the game. 19-13, the Lions. The Mountain Lions leading over the Warriors.
Just a score reminder, it's 13-19 Sewanee leading. But not a far game off for Bowling Green to catch up.
So it looks like it's 1st and 10 here for the Mountain Lions. Handed off. Can't see the player's number they handed it off to there. It's number 1, Emmanuel Toms, who took the rush. And
pretty much a gang tackle on Bowling Green right there.
2nd down and 10, no, or 2nd down and 9, actually, a movement of 1 yard on the play. All snapped, and there's 7 up the middle. Zettler.
John Stock.
Zettler getting the rush. 3rd down at 5.
Big 3rd down.
If you're Sewanee, you're going to want to get this touchdown on this drive just to make it a 2-touchdown game. But if you're Bowling Green, you are really, really wanting because the clock is running down on you. And you're down only by 1 touchdown, though. So you're going to want to get this ball back as soon as possible with this clock still running down.
Here's ball snapped, handed off, and now 11. That's Stensby back in the game. He handed it off to Toms again. So it's now 4th down, and looks like they may have lost some on the play. It's 4th down and still 5, no gain.
It's a good job by number 20, his name being Spencer. Is that Bard?
Yes.
Spencer Bard, good job right there, and John Stock to be good teammate play right there, good team play.
It's now 4th down and 5, and it's going to be punted away by the Mountain Lions and received by Gage Holman, or actually bounces back, and touchdown by the Mountain Lions. So the Warriors back on offense trying to get a score here. 5:25 left.
Right around the 28. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Well, they got to travel maybe, do some quick math, 50 yards. Something like 50 yards they got to travel.
50 yards to get the touchdown.
Something like that. No, not 50. Yeah, no 50. Not bad. Yeah, 47.
Somewhere around that range.
Yeah. Sorry, I never really.
Now Tanner Brown with a man to his left. Tanner fakes the handoff, looking for the pass. He's being rushed. Toss it on the left side. It is caught inbounds. It's a good catch by Spencer Bard. It's a gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Tanner Brown had a hot pursuit on him.
It's a good job on the wide receiver to be sure to keep his feet in bounds right there. Watching, he kind of caught in a little hot toe inbounds right there. Good job on not just throwing the ball out of bounds right there, just to throw it away, but throwing it for yards. It's a good play by Brown and the wide receiver.
Ball snapped. Fake the handoff, and here's Tanner Brown on the right side. Overthrown, intended for John Stock.
Intended for John Stock. Third down.
That's now 3rd down and 7. So 3rd down and 7. The Warriors down by 6. Only need a touchdown to tie it up and need an extra point or a 2-point conversion to win or to take the lead and potentially win the game. As a timeout called by the Mountain Lions. 5:11 left to go in the 4th quarter.
This game right now, we're actually being able to call a close game and not a blowout to say, but
we have it's been close all throughout. We haven't had any games that we've called fully through that have been close. We've had some like the first half that they've been close, such as the Defenders and the Crusaders the last week, but we haven't called any full-on close games throughout the entirety of it. So this is a good game for us to call here from Bowling Green, Kentucky.
I'm enjoying this game a lot. Like I said, Bowling Green is still in it. They just need to get this 6 points, but if you're Swanee, you don't want to make that stop.
Third down for the Warriors.
That's like number 16 has like a glove on his arm of some sort. Being your left guard with an injury, from what it seems, but being able to play with it.
And it looks like another shift here for the Warriors trying this play again.
They're going to rush number 6 real fast. Right
and here's Tanner Brown looking on the right side, and he will avoid the tackles there, and he's going to rush. He's going to rush and avoid several tackles. Tanner Brown, and he's avoiding a tackle until he's brought down by Emmanuel Thoms. Tanner Brown with a good run, and the Warriors are well within scoring range.
That's a big time play for Brown right there, being able to slip under them 3 rushers that he had coming at him. The center taking number. Watch this play a little closely. Number 70. The center was taking on number 77 from Sewanee, and then he was able to slip by the 2 pressuring defenders, and then he couldn't see it. And so it was a smart play by Brown right there just to take it and be able to run and go field on number 1 from his wide receivers.
Now 1st and 10 here for the Warriors, well within Mountain Lions territory. As Brown loses the snap on the ball, he's being rushed by 77, and that'll be a huge loss on the play.
Fumble for the Warriors.
That's something you don't want happening after a huge play like that, a huge loss.
It's a good gain for the Warriors, but that's sort of come back, unfortunately, because huge loss on the play.
Second down.
And here's another shift. This is going to happen again. We'll see what they try here. Here's Tanner Brown again being rushed by 2 guys. Tosses it out to 18, who's reported as an eligible receiver. 18, touchdown. Touchdown for Riley Davis, and the game is tied, but the question is, 18 was a receiver. Was he eligible?
Well, yeah, the thing with the Wildcat, my team did a little bit. It makes it look like how he isn't eligible, but he's right there on the line, so he can go out for that pass. Is this what some trick plays are made of?
Yeah,
full of so many secrets that you could do out of that Wildcat formation if you can run it successfully.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You've never seen like a center snap the ball and then go for the pass. That was a brilliant play for the Warriors, and the referees rule it well. So we'll see what the extra point result is here.
3:47 in the game.
So here's Riley Davis.
They just need a hit.
And Riley Davis, you know, just needs to get the ball kicked up in the uprights, and it is not. We're going to be tied here.
Tie game here.
Oh no, super close game right now.
3:47 left in regulation. It's tied at 19, a close game here in Bowling Green.
I'm wondering why Bowling Green has not gone for the 2-point conversion, because they're getting rushed quite quickly on the field goals. Both teams are getting rushed quite quickly right there for it. So wondering why they're not going for the 2-point, just because they had the tie game. So
it wouldn't have mattered if they had gone for the 2-point conversion or not. You're right. Yeah. That's the interesting coaching decision there, just to go for the 1.
But
It's up to Bowling Green's defense here. Get him the ball back.
And if you are bowling, because their defense has been holding up quite well this second half. It's Sewanee, I feel like they're not playing as well as they were the first half.
Sewanee just starting to dip down a little bit as they had that lead going in 7-6. Then they got that other touchdown there. So Sewanee having a little bit of a slump, it would appear. We'll see what they could do here on offense.
Yeah, we might see an onside kick or just a regular kick, because they did that onside kick that one time and they were able to get it back. So see what
it's one of the more risky moves you take as a coach is, do you onside kick it here and risk giving them good field advantage, or do you just boot it back so that you can force this into overtime?
We'll see. I would be surprised if they did onside.
And they will do a squib kick, and that'll go out of bounds. So they're going to place it, I believe, at the 30-yard line.
Or re-kick.
I believe. Yeah, I don't think it's a choice of the team who gets the penalty. I believe they just have to. If it goes out of bounds, it is automatically placed on the 35-yard line.
I just know how Pleasantview, we kicked it out of bounds we got the ball kicked out of bounds on our team. And our coach is always, let them re-kick. Let them re-kick. That's all I heard whenever we went out of bounds. So.
It always, of course, it varies on how the rules translate, because this is in Kentucky, so I believe they have officials of the Kentucky Officiating Association.
Forgot we were in another state.
Yeah. Yeah, even though Bowling Green seems like it's Tennessee, you know, we are in Kentucky.
Yeah, we are worldwide.
Yeah, next 8-man extreme will go to China to call 8-man football games. Okay, so they do place it at the 30-yard line, 10 yards short of midfield. So we'll see what the Mountain Lions can do here. Here's the ball snapped, and Stensby going with the rush on the left side. And Stensby is being chased by the Warriors, but he is still pushing through, holding on, and he gets down to the 25-yard line. Dustin Stensby getting the good gain there, and the Mountain Lions are outside of the red zone.
Just about 5 yards. So let's see what Sewanee does. That's a good play by what seems to be their leader of the team, number 11.
Dustin Stensby with the great rush there, senior leading his team as the quarterback. So the Mountain Lions pushing down here, trying to end the game. They obviously do not want an overtime. Here's Stensby again, hands it off to his running back. Ball loose!
Who has it?
And the referee calling it.
It could be Bowling Green, could be Sewanee.
And we got several officials looking in the pile. And the Mountain Lions retain possession.
Even though it's kind of sad that they didn't get the fumble, but it was a good stop as well as the defense. You could take that or it could have been our ball, but as well, it's a good. Anyway, it's a win-win for the defense any which way that would have happened.
1st and 10 on the 25. Breeze starting to blow as Stensby fakes the handoff, going for the rush, gets down to about the 22-yard line for a gain of 3. So it's 3rd down and 7.
They got the 4 on the play. Big 3rd down conversion here.
So a timeout called, I believe, by the Mountain Lions, and good to take that just to prevent any miscommunication happening. 2:46 left to go in the game. It is tied at 19. The Mountain Lions and the Warriors tied.
From the crowd there.
As always, we want to thank you guys for tuning into our broadcast tonight. We got a good game here for you in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Spencer Thompson and Trent Legate on the call here from Western Kentucky University's Haiti L. Preston Intramural Sports Complex.
And I will not be able to make it to tonight's game. Got a bit of a fight to watch.
He's talking about the Mayweather-McGregor fight.
Yeah. So James will be taking my place for that.
James and I will be on call from Mount Juliet tonight. That'll be the Heat hosting the Knights. That'll be a good game for us to call as well. See what the Heat can do and what the Knights can do. And post game, we'll try to get an interview with both coaches, John Hargis and Don Brown. Regardless of if this goes into overtime or if we end up getting a victory.
Oh, and the crowd's getting
the Warriors crowd getting into it, trying to cheer on the defense.
This is a big stop.
Here's Stensby. Stensby makes the handoff, going on the right side, stiff arms his defender and gets down. Ball loose, pitches it out to one, and Emmanuel Dobbs for the touchdown. They're calling it a touchdown there. It looks like it could have been a forward lateral, but it is ruled on the field a touchdown. But Warriors player is down. Gage Holman on the ground.
I don't get that. That was a
injured.
forward lateral. That should not have. That was a forward lateral.
It looked like this angle. It could have been that, but the referees did rule it a touchdown.
And the coach is going to come talk to him because that was a lateral right there for sure. Because he threw it in front of him, not behind him. Number one caught it in front of him too. So.
Looks like that.
Don't want to say that much out loud. Being really close to the players, the only players getting upset.
It's an injury on the field, which is more important right now.
Oh yes, for sure.
And that's Gage Holman, the sophomore, who's been a good player throughout this game.
It's the second time he's gone down.
Mm-hmm. No, we don't have any official booth review system here. Not at the high school level, at least. But with that, the officiating staff do rule it a touchdown. The call on the field stands. So the
touchdown for St. Andrews.
Mountain Lions take the lead. And the extra point attempt here from St. Andrews. It is good.
And the extra point is good.
So that will make it a 7-point lead. It'll be 26-19 the score with 2:37 left to go in regulation. The Warriors do have some time to get some points on the board, but the Mountain Lions in the lead. And the kickoff goes into the back of the end zone. So the Warriors will start from their own 15-yard line. We'll see what they can do here on offense with only 2.5 minutes left in regulation.
They still got time to make a drive happen right here, but Swanee's defense has been something to kind of talk about because 52 has been pretty dominant in this game. Been all over the place. He's a hard hitter, as we can see. And number 11 being their defensive back there, pretty much just a safety, really.
We'll see what Bowling Green can do here. There's another shift
into their Wildcat formation.
Crazy shift here. We'll see what Tanner Brown can do as Brown rushed. Still rushed. He's going to take his own rush and going on the right side, stays inbounds, hit it about the 30-yard line, and Brown is slow to get up.
And Brown is trying to tell, I don't know, it might have been number 20 to get the guy in front of him, but he got the guy behind him that was running after him. That Wildcat formation is working out really well for Bowling Green.
It looks like St. Andrews Swanee, they'll have to go to the drawing board and test out those Wildcat formation defenses. Make sure that they can do well here as Brown Toss it on the left side to Ridings. He's pulled down by the jersey. Excuse me, Riley Davis. Ridings, I believe, was another player that we covered earlier in our broadcast. But Riley Davis got the catch there. He's brought down.
Riley Davis seems like he's just
Over 2 minutes to play.
That born ability to be a good wide receiver, because it's just from what he's doing at the wide receiver spot is pretty amazing.
Now 1st and 10 here for the Warriors on about midfield. Ball snapped, pitched out. There goes 19 of the Warriors. It's hit by Manuel Thumbs. That was John Stock trying to get the rush there. I believe he may have lost a yard on the play. He did. Yes, he did. 2nd and 11.
That was a big hit by number 1 right there to stop him for that loss.
So timeout called by the Warriors with 1 minute 9 seconds left to go. Bowling Green Christian on their last life.
If I'm Bowling Green now, I'll be going back to that formation. I was calling it a Wildcat formation. It might not be called that, but that's just what we called it whenever I was at Pleasant View. And I say just keep on going to it, because it's confusing the defensive side a lot right now. So just keep. I would say if I was Bowling, keep on going to it, because you got to throw everything you got with a minute 9 seconds left. And you have to score the touchdown.
Now, of course, if the score holds and Swanee ends up being victorious, we'll still have the post-game interviews with both coaches. But if Bowling Green ends up scoring here and tying up the game, we'll continue with overtime coverage.
2nd down for the Warriors.
And here's a shift again.
Hey, look what I said.
The shift again. Looks like Trent Legate is having some good predictions here, as here's Brown. Deep toss on the right side. And it is incomplete. Just a tussle between Manuel Thumbs and that was number 20, Spencer Bard, trying to get the catch there. 1:02 left. 3rd down and 10.
Oh, well, you got somebody that's really long and lengthy at number 20. Throw it up to him. He could possibly just come up, but that was good coverage by number 1 out there, seeing what was going to happen. Way to stick on 20.
So here's 3rd down and 10. Brown with a man to his left. Tanner Brown rushed, goes to the toss on the left side. Riley Davis gets the catch. Going on the left side, he's brought down by several players. And they stop the clock.
Clock out of bounds. 52 seconds left.
This is probably one of the biggest plays for Bowling Green right now. They have to get this fourth down.
They have to get this conversion, otherwise the game will be over.
They need a big play. Your big time players need to come up in this moment. Right?
So here's Tanner Brown and another shift on the offensive line. They're doing what Trent nicknames here the Wildcat formation. It's Tanner Brown on the shotgun, has 2 men who are going to be rushing him. Tanner Brown looking for someone to toss, who tosses it on the left. That's to 7, who tries pushing through, and does he get, is he short?
Oh,
well,
it'll be a 1st down.
First down, Bowling Green.
For Bowling Green. They ruled it a 1st down for...
No, I'm pretty sure Swanee's ball.
Swanee got the 1st down. Bowling Green.
Swanee's got the ball back.
Bowling Green unfortunately did not make it, and it looks like it'll be victory formation here for.
It was a real good game.
It was a great game, absolutely.
Just some questionable calling to that last play.
And
but it's a good play nonetheless.
All right, we're going to do something real quick to the camera, ladies and gentlemen. When we meet the mic, and we'll get the post-game interviews here.